Brodes Media.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm sunburnt as shit. So I consumed the Phillies game this afternoon in a way that I haven't in years. I listened to all 9 innings on the radio from the beach, and it was electric. I loved every second of it. Now, it was a little bit of a buzzkill considering there wasn't that much happening. And when Bryce Harper tied it up 1-1, I was fired up. High-fiving the people next to me. Here we go. Here we go. And then in the 7th, Kerkering hit somebody with the pitch. You're down 2-1. And then, then the errors started to pile on. Although the Brandon Marsh misplay was labeled a triple because when he slid, the ball went underneath of his glove and continued to roll all the way to the wall. So there was no error on the actual sheet. But regardless, that needs to be caught. And yes, Rojas does catch that one. But what am I going to do with that information? I'd rather have Brandon Marsh playing than Rojas. You know who normally catches that one? Brandon Marsh. He did it this particular outing. But let's not act as if there haven't been sequences where Johan Rojas missed one that hit him square in the glove. So yes, you can make the argument that Johan Rojas makes that play. But Brandon Marsh makes that play. He does. I know he didn't, but he does. He made an excellent diving grab in the first. Him and Nick Castellanos, actually. It is funny and weird, though, because you hear it all play out with the audio. And then once I got back to my wife's family's beach house, I pull up the extended highlights on YouTube so I can actually see it all. So I can see the diving grabs. I can see Castellanos with the typical ass slide catch that he had in the first. And really, I needed to see those errors, right? I mean, I needed to see the errors. And boy, Alec Boehm, I don't want to hear any excuses that the base runner got in your way and it fooled you and your brain was overthinking. No! Come on! You know what would have been insane? If Bryce Harper down 2-1 hit his second solo shot of the day to tie it up 2-2 with the chance to sweep. But instead, scores 5-1. He makes it 5-2. That's not as cool. The most irritating part of the game was the sloppiness by Bowman Marsh. The second most irritating part of the game was obviously what transpired with bases loaded. And as a Nick Castellanos guy, to see him strike out with bases loaded, it broke my heart. Well, there were still more opportunities. And Brandon Marsh, well, it broke my heart a second time. And seconds later, in a favorable count for Ranger Suarez, an 0-1 count, I got to watch Merrill give it a how do you do to right field when Rangers family is there to watch. His poor family had to see the Phillies squander an opportunity. Think of his family, will you, Nick? Will you, Brandon? Think of his family. I needed a grand salami. I needed a bases clearing double. I needed something so his kids know, holy shit, this place is popping. Damn, my dad's a cool customer. You know what I'm saying? Damn. But instead, you come up flat, you get 0 across the board, and then Merrill pimps his father off. Come on, boys. Ridiculous. But you knew, didn't you know? It always feels that way. Whenever you don't take advantage, something's going to happen. Now, solo shots shouldn't kill you. And quite frankly, it didn't. because Bryce's first solo shot of the game tied it up. And maybe he was a little pissed off or what happened in that first inning when they, had definitely some at-bats there with base runners on. Let's go! It just wasn't meant to be. Now, am I actually angry? No, you still win the series. A season sweep of San Diego could be lovely, but it is what it is. You did your job by maybe just a hair because you escaped in game 2, but I don't care. That's a sign of a great team. That with, 9 pitches in the 9th when you're down, you can come back and have a walk-off win? I value that. So I'm not looking at it in any pessimistic way that, technically, they were just short of actually dropping the series. You could do that all the time. You don't think that there's good teams out there that win a game 2-1 in a 3-game set that easily could have been a loss 2-1 the other way, right? A 1-run game, a late comeback. You know how many late comebacks happen with the Dodgers, that happen with the Yankees, that happen with any of these teams? Good teams win late games late. Good teams win late. So, no pessimistic view in my eyes by any means. And I listened to Rob post-game saying it was a do-or-die situation, essentially. With Brandon Marsh, you have to sell your soul to make that catch, and you got to put it all out there to try and make it. And I don't disagree with that. I guess my point of it all is I think he should have made the catch. Like, I'm not saying it's not high difficulty. I'm not saying it's not tough. I'm not saying that, he was perfect in every single aspect of the route or all of that and everything in particular to every little detail to get to that ball. But with everything that played out and with his slide, I think he should have had that baseball. I think he put himself in a position to slide and make the catch, and the ball sort of dipped underneath of him. It was there to be made. That's all. I thought it was there to be made. So, did you have to sell out? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was an attempt where you had to leave your feet. You had to try everything to make it happen. But I thought he put himself in a position with the slide that it was a high probability to make the high difficulty catch, and it went all the way behind him and to the all the way to center field there, which was crushing.
We got Arizona coming back. Payback time, baby. I want to sweep. No Phils.
That would be lovely. Oh, man, would that be great? And I want that place. Not that it's ever not, all right? We live in a world now where that place is cooking. That place is cooking no matter who's here in town. But I want to see an extra sense of urgency from this fan base with it being Arizona. I don't even know how good Arizona is right now, how bad Arizona is. They're 2 games under 500. I was going to say, the last I looked, they were basically flirting around 500. But let's see what they've done recently. They lost to the Nationals. Was this today? Yes, they lost to the Nationals today. They played Thursday afternoon to wrap up that series. It's 1-1 right now because Arizona won the first game. Nationals won the second game. They ended up taking a series against the White Sox, which is not surprising prior to that. They took a series from the Angels prior to that, which is not surprising. They split a 4-game... No. They lost. No. They split a 4-game set with this same San Diego Padres team that we just saw. So that's sort of what has transpired prior to them coming to this ballpark. But I do want to see this place jumping. I want to see this place rocking. I want a damn statement that we're hurt. We are hurt. We are in pain. We suffered. And the fact that we finally get to see that fucking logo again. I don't care you're not the same team. I don't care that it's a new season. Let it be known that you piss us the fuck off. Like, I want to play with that mentality. I want to play with that level of fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I want it to be nasty. I want it to be real nasty.